Hello, everybody. This is St. Charles. It is Saturday, the 17th of May, 2025. Going to start with Gfin. Actually, I've got the wrong screen up there. Let's just get that one up. So this one here, it isn't a brilliant correction there for me to have a blue box reversal zone. But what I do have here is, if that's our low here to sort of 0.0455, I think that, if we break this prior high here at 0.13, we should see the next leg up into that red box zone there. So hopefully something like that. If you can go straight line, even better. But for me, I think, break this prior high here. So sort of breaking the hole above 0.125 pence should bring us up to 0.15 to 0.183 pence. So that is GFin looking pretty good. So next one I'm going to do is TIR. And I've covered this one off during the week, but I'm going to do it again because I have a sort of a shorter term target this time. But for me, I had a blue box reversal zone down here at sort of 0.13 pence, I think it was, down to 0.113, and we sort of hit that. We're seeing the ball step in, which is really good sign. And for me, I think if we can break and hold above sort of 0.15 pence level, should bring this up to this red box zone here at 0.212, up to 0.24 pence. But as we've seen in the past, we've overshot these targets, so we could well see up to trading up to 0.27, possibly even higher. But my longer term target remains the same. I think that we're going to see this red box zone up here, which seems the logical next step for the this wave. It is 0.69 up to 0.875. So that is TIR looking pretty good. Just needs to drop some news, which seems to be in a news-rich period. So fingers crossed this can all happen over the short term. Next one I'm going to do is MKA. And this one here, I've got a blue box reversal zone down here. Now, I'm not too sure whether we're actually going to reach this level because it looks pretty strong. But, if you could get an entry at a 14 pence, I think that would be a superb entry for another ride higher. But assuming that this 15 pence is the low, that is the low is in, and we can break and hold above sort of 20 pence, I think we're going to see trading up into this red box zone for the next leg at 27 to 30 pence. And again, I've got a longer term target, which still remains the same at 41.1 up to 51.2 and possibly touching 60 pence and probably a bit higher. But, see how that one plays out. But for me, I think that short term target is going to be that one there at 27 pence up to 30 pence, assuming that bottom is in there. Next one I'm going to do is GGP, and I think I'll cover this off in my Telegram group, but I didn't cover it off on Twitter or X, as it is now. But for me, this one here, I've got a blue box reversal zone here at 11.46 pence down to 10.44, which we hit. That sort of tied in with what happened with gold as well. So we had a three-wave correction in gold. So we've had a three-wave correction in GGP. I think that's a really good sign. So I think that, I think gold's going to head higher. And so with that, one would expect GGP to follow suit. So it certainly seems to be following the same market principles. So, I think at Holden above sort of 15.5 pence. And I think that the short-term target here would be 17.36 to 18.96 pence. And of course, my longer-term target there at 43.45 up to 53.9 remains the same, but it's got a much longer target. And I think gold price needs to go an awful lot higher for that actually to materialize. But I think long-term, that's going to happen. But, let's wait and see. But so there you go, GGP. Next one I'm going to do is Coin. And there's a lot of noise on X over this one. It's an Aqua stock. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I had a blue box reversal zone down here at 2.65, which was correct. But I haven't published that, so there's no proof of that. But anyway, but we've broken this prior high, held above it. So for me, I think we're heading up to this red box zone here at 6.23 to 7.283 pence. So that is Coin looking pretty good to continue its run higher over the coming sessions. The next one I'm going to do is CTAI. And just get this one up. So this one here, I had that red box zone. That was my initial target, which we hit and we smashed it, didn't we? We absolutely, it went way above there up to 0.9 pence. But then it's dropped back down. It's had a bit of a consolidation. I don't have a blue box reversal zone here. But, assuming that this is the low here at 0.33 pence and we can break and hold above this 0.8 level, I think that the next level we're going to see is this 1.13 up to 1.35 pence. So this red box zone up here. So that is CTAI. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? But I don't know much about it. So you need to do research. Same with all of them. Next one I'm going to do is EPP. I haven't covered this one off, I think, for a few weeks, but it's just struggling, isn't it, to break out of this downtrend. I'm not going to flip down to my 4-hourly chart because people probably criticise my channels, but for me, I think it's still sort of broken out of this downtrend. It's struggling to keep the momentum. We could see trading back into this blue box here. Ideally, we don't want to see that, but long term, the targets remain the same. As long as this low here remains intact at 4.98 pence, I think that we're going to see trading break this prior high at 11.6, and we've got sort of a target there at 15.5 all the way up to 22 pence. So EPP, worth doing some research, see what it's all about. It looks like it's ready to go, but it hasn't yet left the station. But there we go. MSMN is my next one, and this one, it's had some bad news, didn't it? On Friday, they did a placing. So that was my initial target there to 0.058 to 0.0584. It sort of shot well above it. And then this placing sort of knocked it back significantly on Friday. I think it's sort of dropping 25%. However, I think that, it's obviously not good for holders. Really, they're very upset. But in terms of technical chart setup, it hasn't changed a lot. I think we'll see some consolidation around here, but as long as the news that comes out of the company is good, it still needs to be good news in order for the chart to work out. But the chart is certainly suggesting there's still plenty of good news to come out of MSMN. If we can break and hold above this 0.7 area, and assuming that's our low down here at 0.044, that's still going to bring us into this red box zone up here. So, if we can just have a bit of sideways action there and then sort of shoot up, break that high there, we should see trading into that red box zone there. It's 0.093 to 0.112 pence. So it's still game on. Doesn't change the chart very much. There we go. SNDA is my next one. And this one here, it's got awful funding. It's terrible. But it's in a red box. Well, sorry, it should have been blue box. I've put it as red, but it's sort of tagged that at 0.04 pence. It goes all the way down to 0.0238 pence. So bear that in mind. But if they can drop some good news around this level, I think that the people who've done the low notes, they're going to want to see some bounce. Just wanting to see it all go down to the downside. But, we should hopefully get a 3-wave bounce at least on that one from around this level. But it is high risk. It's a binary play. And there's convertible low notes on it. So high risk. Well, it could be high reward. Who knows? But I think there's probably better plays out there. Next one I'm going to do is COD. And this one here, haven't covered off for a while, but this one is in the blue box. So it's sort of touched this blue box reversal zone here at 0.298 down to 0.257 pence. I don't want to see it break below sort of 0.26, but we should hopefully get a 3-wave bounce to the upside on this one. So, assuming that that's the low there, and we can get a 3-wave bounce. Hopefully, the next logical step for me here would be, this red box zone up here. So sort of 1, 2, 3, all the way up to there at 0.67 up to 0.782 pence. So that's COD. Worth doing some research, see what's going on there. SWG is my next one. And this week, we covered this off last week. Thanks to Big Gib for highlighting that in the Telegram group. Absolutely superb cool. And obviously that was in a blue box reversal zone down here. And we got that. We've had an absolutely monstrous week, haven't we? Gaining sort of 10 pence plus over the course of the week. And there's that gap target there, which I think that's where traders are going to be heading at 78 pence. So SWG, worth doing some research and probably taking a trade. It's going to be sort of high risk outside that blue box, but still plenty of upside, in my opinion, on that one over the coming sessions. CRCL is my next one, and this one, we called this a little while back, didn't we? It's sort of 0.14 pence, and indeed we got to plenty of upside on that one, and for me it's hit my red box zone here at 0.297 up to 0.341, and I think we could see really here something, probably a bit more upside, probably tag the top of that box before we get a correction, and then hopefully we can start to make our way higher again. So that's the way I'm sort of seeing CRCL work out, but who knows. but if we can tag the top of that box, I think that'd be really great. That's at 0.365 pence, and then hopefully we can have another much bigger leg to the upside once we've had a bit of a corrective play, flush out some of those stale balls, get some fresh money on board, and then head higher again. So that's CRTL. Next one I'm going to do is ATM, and I don't think I've covered this one off for a while. I don't have a lot of trading history with this one. I think it was the old RPM or RMP, sorry. So you need to do your research on that one. Ideally, I need that chart in order to give a realistic target. But if I'm just going to go for those who are on board around this level, so that 0.24 was the correct call for the reversal play, and we should expect three ways, at least to the upside from there, one would suspect. So I think, breaking a hold sort of above, well, I've probably already broken out actually, but I think this one's going to be heading up to 0.38 pence, up to 0.413 pence. But if anybody knows the history, if I am right, it is the old RMP. It's got a history of flying much higher than those targets. So well worth doing some research, seeing what it's all about. I think it owns some shares in another company, and they've cashed them in at the weekend, I think on Friday. So it's got lots of cash. But as I say, high risk, high reward. Have a look, see what it's all about. That's ATM. And as I say, could well shoot much higher than what I've quoted there. Next one I'm going to do is CPAI, and this is going to be the last one for the today. And this one, we called that as a blue box reversal zone down there at 0.292, which was correct again. And for me, I think, if we can sort of break above this prior high here at 0.6 pence level, breaking a hold above that should bring us up to 0.7 to 0.83 pence sort of level, I think. And then we'll reassess the situation from there. Could obviously continue much higher, but I just want to see what happens when we get into that red box zone there, and we'll cover it off again then. There you go. That's me for today. We'll be back again, probably doing one for Monday. See you again then. Thanks very much.